point of this video is to show black men that their mindset of pretending to be free has been consistent throughout history. Not only that, the mindset and lack of leadership of black men is what has kept black people in bondage for hundreds of years and counting. It's a true story about Solomon Northup, a free black man of means during the time of slavery, but was tricked and kidnapped into slavery for 12 years. This video is to compare the mindset of Solomon Northup and the mindset of black men of today. And as a side note, Solomon's wife is a black woman. But if it was legal to marry a white woman during this time, I'm sure he would have.
Solomon Northup was a free black man in Saratoga, New York, in the middle of the 19th century.
And he's a musician, and he's in a place where he has a sense of equality.
Mr. Northup, I have two gentlemen whose acquaintance you should make.
And in 1841, he was lured by two sort of showmen with the prospect of earning some money by playing music for their shows.
For every night played at our performances.
Solomon agrees to go and play with these two guys. When they get to Washington, they have a sort of celebratory dinner. Gentlemen, he feels very ill, goes to bed, and he wakes up chained in a dungeon.
Well, boy, how you feel now?
And that's the beginning of what happens to him.
You ain't a free man. You're nothing but a Georgia runaway. Come on, move it.
New Orleans.
Solomon, can I interest you in a new crew act? Pure Silk by way of the French.
We're in need of a fresh carry-off in my missus's travels.
The year is passed already. Off to work at Sandy Hill again.
I am.
I have just the thing. Something to suit your style and yet sturdy enough for the 40-mile round trip.
It's beautiful.
At what price?
We will take it. Children, come see what your father has just purchased for me.
One moment, sir, you'll be assisted.
Jasper! My regrets for the intrusion, sir.
No intrusion.
I had to play this clip a few times because I couldn't believe it was Solomon who spoke the line, "No intrusion." He actually believed that this white slave owner was speaking to him when he apologized for his slave coming into the store. Until I looked at the white man's eyes. His eyes said, "I was not apologizing to you because you are no different than the slave that I own."
My regrets for the intrusion, sir.
No intrusion.
Good day, sir.
Good day.
Jasper.
Being a wealthy black man means nothing if you have no power. And black men can play this dangerous game and pretend all they want, but nobody else is playing.
It's 2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. That's you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence. Right there.
Solomon Northup is an example of the mindset of black men who were in position to affect change during the time of slavery in the 1800s. And it is the same mindset of black men of today, where they continue to believe that if they act the part, they can pretend their way out of slavery. Black people are living in the same conditions that we were in the 1800s, just on different levels of enslavement. Black people are still being hung, still being hunted down and killed by police, and black people are now the underclass of this society. working for very low wages, which is just above working for free. And black men as a whole still have not done anything to change these systems. What black men don't understand is that wealth does not mean power. Marrying a white woman does not give you power. And buying expensive cars and living in white neighborhoods does not mean power. And without power, you are just a slave with nicer things. I concentrate my efforts on black men because in every society, men are the leaders and the ones who are supposed to do the fighting. Black men are the ones who are supposed to fight for legislation to be changed, to finance businesses that cater to black people, to fight the justice systems and education systems, to guide the younger generation of men and hold them to a higher standards, and to help lead and to raise their children. Instead, black men as a whole do none of these things. They turn their heads to the horrors of modern slavery and pretend to be free. That is a dangerous game because no amount of money can save a black person who lacks power. And no black person roaming this earth has enough power individually to affect systematic change. This type of change has to come with effective leadership that brings black people together. And individual success and pretending to be free does nothing for the collective.